Hello, all my crafting friends. Well, I am going to get this project started. I'm on a bit of a time crunch here because where I live, we're in a housing program that was federal funded, and it requires that they come and inspect us every 3 to 4 months. Well, guess what today is for me? It's my day for inspection. Now, my apartment's all ready and everything. I'm not saying the girls are ready, but the apartment's ready. They're mainly just making sure things work and that my apartment's clean. So, I called up the agency and told them I didn't want my housekeeper today. I got a little ticked off with her yesterday. So, I know I may sound weird to some of you, but my house, my home, my way, I live on a very tight income, and I'm finding out that she is using what I bought for toilet bowl cleaner, which I'm not going to buy anymore. She's using it to clean my sink because she says I don't have enough products that have bleach in them or disinfectant. My grandmother kept 7 bathrooms clean with a gallon of hot water and 1/4 of a cup of her cleanser and window cleaner, and she only used maybe 3 rags at the most to do all that. So it irritates me. Okay, I need to make sure that I don't go above. Okay, so I gotta stay below that. Yeah, and then yesterday, our county fair is next week, and my granddaughter painted this really cute deer, looking at a baby deer looking at a bird. And so it had to get turned in yesterday so that it can be entered in the fair in her division. So it turned out that the one person who I thought was going to be able to take me, she couldn't take me. My oldest daughter, the agency that she works for called her up and asked her, one of your clients, their other worker didn't show up today. Would you mind coming in for them? So she called me up and she goes, Mom, I'm sorry, but I need the money. And I'm like, oh, no, I totally understand. She pays quite a bit for rent for a little 1-bedroom apartment. Unfortunately, that's life. She's actually working 2 different jobs to pay, make sure she has money to pay her bills and buy food and take care of her dogs. And she's got 2 little dogs, so it's not like she's got 2 great big dogs, but still. So, I had to get on a bus. I had to get on buses yesterday, which is not, the buses don't bother me. I like riding the buses, but I do get worn out quite easily with my disability. So I got on my phone and I told the app where I wanted to go, and it told me what buses I needed to take and when and all that. When I looked at my phone, it said it would take approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes to get there. That is if the buses were on time. Turns out the first bus I had to take wasn't on time. So it made me late for the second bus, which means I had to wait for the next bus to come by. Well, then when we got to the stop for my 3rd bus, yes, I took 3 buses to get there. His bus decided, oh, I'm not going to work. Now, they have this company here where I'm at, they have a bad habit. If the bus don't work, mine ain't going to work. But they got the bus running again, and all I kept thinking was, oh, God, I still have to take this bus home. Please work, just get me home. Let me get this turned in and let me get home. So when we made a turn on this one corner, I pulled the cord, to let them know I wanted to get off, And he says, and he's like, where is it you want to get off? And I said, I have to get into the fairgrounds. Oh, yeah, well, this is where you want to get off. Okay. Yeah. I get off, and it is the closest stop to where I had to go. But the walk to get into the fairgrounds, oh my gosh. According to the app, it should have taken me about 8 minutes. Too bad I can't tell the app. I have arthritis, and I have to, the way I walk. Yeah, their 8 minutes is about 30 minutes for me. So yeah, I walked 30 minutes to get to the fair. I had to go to the bathroom. So I am trying to hold it, get down there, and I asked this one lady, I said, I need to turn in my granddaughter's entry, and I have to use the bathroom. But I need to, I said, not necessarily in that order, please. And she laughed because I think she understood what I said, what I meant. So she said, well, they're both in the same building. You need to go to the south building. Okay, and I said, where's that? And she says, you go in through this gate, and you walk down this lane here, and it'll take you right to the south building. Jeez. Yeah, it takes me right to the south building, but it's still another long walk, and I'm just like worn out by this time already, between the long bus rides and the waiting, and oh my God, I'm just like, you've got to be kidding. So I did. I walked. I got down there. First thing I did was went straight to the bathroom so I could go. And so when I came back, I had to get in line. And by the time I got back, man, that line people were, a lot of people entering stuff. So I'm having to stand there, and I'm in pain. And this one lady was arguing. She says, no, I haven't entered this before, da-da-da. She's arguing about whether she's entered a quilt in the fair before. And they said, we have a picture of the quilt right here. And, oh, God. And I'm just like, will you shut up, lady? Give up the ghost and let the next people go. So finally it was my turn. And the lady says, and I said, I'm entering this for my granddaughter. It's her entry, but she can't come, couldn't come, so I'm doing all the grunt work. And has she ever entered before? No, she has not. Are you sure? I am positive. She's never entered before. Okay. Has this ever been entered before? I don't think so, since she just finished it a few months ago. Okay, and I understand the questions. I really do. I enter stuff into the Kern County Fair. I've won a few ribbons and all that with what I've made and everything. And I would have loved to enter stuff this year into this fair, but I just didn't have the energy or the time to make anything. So anyway, they told me, go get in line over there, and they'll give you your tags and everything. Okay. I get over there, and she goes, oh, this is junior division. You have to go to the south building. What? She told me to come here. And she goes, well, how old's your granddaughter? And I said, she's 13. Oh, she's in high school? And I said, nope. I said, she is one of those kids whose birthdays was too late to start. So she's in she'll be going in her senior year in middle school. Oh, yeah, no, she has to go into the south building for the definite junior division. So in other words, if she was in high school, she could have competed in the adult division. But me, whether she was in high school or not, she would have gone into the junior division. So there I was, trying to get this stuff, all down there and everything. And I walk out that door, and I'm like, where's the south building again? Oh, just walk down this lane. You have to pass the center building, then She says, then you'll get to the South Building. She goes, it's only about a 5-minute walk. And I'm looking at her and I'm just like, maybe for you, but not for me. And she goes, oh, well, sorry. You know, she was very, like she could care less. And I'm not saying she should have. I'm just, you know, don't, you know, if you're telling, and she goes, oh, I am so sorry. She goes, yeah. I mean, they called a ride, you know, one of those little cart things, to take somebody else down to the South Building. Why couldn't they have called a ride thing for me to come and pick me up and take me to the building I had to go? I'm just like, they play favorites, but okay, you know, that's fine. Now, I'm not saying she's going to win anything. When I finally got down there, there's a lot of kids entering in the junior division in ceramics, in the glaze division. Some beautiful work. I'm not saying it's all good, you know, as good as my granddaughter's, but I wanted her to enter only because I felt, one, I think she'd be thrilled to see her work being displayed. Even if she doesn't win anything, I just thought it'd be great for her to have it in the fair. I think my cats are going to die if they don't leave this tablecloth alone. You would not believe how much they have it shredded. So, but trying to hurry and get as much done right now. My camera only films for 23, 24 minutes at a time. And then I have to start all over again, which means I have to have another video on there. I don't know. I went to go try and see how to link videos together, make it all in one video. And I saw, oh, they have this video editor. And I was going to try, you know, sit there and try and learn it until I saw this little thing. This will not be here after September 20th, which means what's the use of learning it if they're not going to have it after next month? So I think one of the things I'm going to do is I guess I'm going to have to see how much it would cost to get an online video editor and go from there, because I cannot get any of my videos, any of my stuff done in 20 minutes, if you know what I mean. It's, you know, I'd like to get as much of it done. I mean, I've heard people say, oh, I don't like watching videos that are long, and then I hear some people saying, well, I don't mind the length. I just want to make sure, you know, as long as they're accomplishing something. Me personally, it doesn't matter the length as long as it's all informative or they're getting stuff done. Oh, in case you're wondering what I'm using, I'm not using Mod Podge for this layer. I decided that since this is just an underlayer that I wanted to use, this is Aleene's Tacky Glue and water, a 1-to-1 ratio, so that I wanted to give it a good base for this to be on. So okay, let's see. Yep, no, it's still a little bit up here. Penelope and baby girl decided, oh, let's play a game of tag. I thought if I fed them, you know, at this time, they might kind of settle down. Oh no, feeding them just made them more hyper, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, you girls just keep on playing. So that noise you hear, my fan club, they're just all over the apartment, chasing each other. So I know some of you are thinking, well, it's a white cup, why are you using white tissue? Right now, white tissue I have an abundance of, and the color tissue I'm hoping to use for another project. God, my back is killing me. I cannot get my wheelchair in close enough to where I want it. Okay, now is the rim all done? Okay, the rims, oh, there's a spot that hasn't gotten covered. And my daughter, I called up my, let me finish. I finally get her deer turned in. The lady, when she says, "Are you okay?" Because I looked like I was about to drop dead or something. I said, 3-hour bus ride, because it was, 3 hours of buses. I said, I'm having to walk all the way from the street up to here and everything. And I said, and then on top of all that, I said, I have degenerative arthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. I'm worn out. And she goes, "Oh, God, in this heat?" And I said, that is the one thing that doesn't bother me. I don't feel the heat. Really? I said, nope. I said, I am one of those, I'm always cold, so no, I don't feel the heat. So she was a little surprised about that. So I got the tag so I can pick up the item on the day after the fair, and her, if she wins any prize money and all that. So anyway, I'm leaving, and I went back to where I asked about where to go to turn this in, and they had a sign there about the sale of the tickets. Now, I was going to buy the tickets at Albertsons, on my way back, but I thought, oh man, by the time I get home, I'm going to be so worn out. I may have to wait and do it after they inspect me today. But, and I have to do it before Thursday, because if you don't buy the advance tickets before Thursday, then you don't get to buy them and get the price. Because normally, for me, my daughter, and my 3 granddaughters, on a normal day, the ticket prices are $160, and that's including, hello Penelope, but right now I'm busy, sweetie. $160, but that's also including the bracelets for them to get on the rides. And buying them yesterday, or buying them at Albertsons or at the thing, it was $29 times 4 plus 5. Me, the $5, because I can't get on the rides. There's just no way. My back, my legs, there's no. I miss getting on the rides. I really do. But I like to keep, I may not be walking much as it is. I have to go in my wheelchair. But what walking I'm able to do, and like I said, I walked yesterday. I can't wait to tell my physical therapist how much walking I did. But I think I'm going to cover this too. Anyway, I like to be able to keep walking, if you know what I mean. I won't be able to keep walking if I got on one of those rides, because my legs and my back would not be able to handle it. So, and if I went to the fair without my wheelchair, I would not be able to walk a whole lot without, I get so tired. I was so tired yesterday. When I came home, I got home. Hey, girls, you're moving the camera. No moving the camera, please. That's a good baby girl. Anyway, I got home. I fixed myself a peanut butter sandwich, sat down, and when I sat down, it was 5:15, 5:20. And I sat down, and when I woke up, it was about 7 o'clock. So, and I normally do not take naps. So does that give you an idea how tired I was? God, I should have been doing this. So, yeah, so no, was really exhausted yesterday. So, and then on top of that, my oldest daughter called. That's what woke me up, was my oldest daughter calls me and she goes, Mom, didn't you tell me you like zucchini? Yeah. She says, are you home? Yeah. She goes, good, don't leave. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Too tired to go anywhere. So anyway, she comes by and she's got this bag with her. And I'm like, what's that? And she says, the client I had to go to work for today, she has this gorgeous vegetable garden. And she has an abundance of vegetable this year. She said her garden just took, she says she's only been doing it for a couple of years at this house where she's at, but her garden took off this year. So she wanted to know if I wanted some zucchini. Well, I told her, yeah, and then I asked her if I could have some for you because I know you like to make that zucchini, tomatoes, and onion stuff. I go, yeah, but I really am not supposed to eat the tomatoes, but you know what? Once in a blue moon, I can still make some. The zucchini she handed me, one zucchini, the smallest zucchini is 18 inches long. I kid you not. 18 inches long. The biggest one is just under 2 feet long. I measured them. I could not believe. And I thought, my gosh, she grows like my dad did. So I had to find out if they were piffy because my dad's zucchini was not piffy. And I cut it open to start, to get it started. Nope, not piffy. Beautiful zucchini. So that's something else I want to do today. Oh. Okay. Well, that's telling me that my camera is going to be quitting here pretty soon.